I have reason to believe my partner has been lying to me for a year. Very long story, but I will do my best to condense it to the relevant elements. Me and my partner have been together for just over a year. Met on a dating app, sparks flew immediately and it was wonderful. However, it didn't take long until some unsettling things began happening to her. Over the course of a few weeks, her neighbor/acquaintance, I'll call him Daniel, was acting creepy towards her. It culminated in an event where he tried to force himself on her. Police were involved, he was detained, questioned, and released on bail. Shortly thereafter he allegedly committed suicide. It's important to note I never saw this guy or spoke to the police, it was all based on text screenshots and what she told me. I also saw a couple photos of Daniel she showed me before all the crazy stuff happened. Fast forward a couple of months, and we decided we wanted her to move in with me. Somewhat quickly she met a pet sitter, I'll call him Richard, who wanted to take over her lease, and the paperwork went through without issue. He purchased a large majority of her furniture, so the move was pretty streamlined and she didn't have to move in a lot of items to my house. Richard was also interested in adopting one of her 3 dogs, as it would have been too many pets to handle with our schedules. Our relationship has been nothing short of perfect, in my opinion. Because Richard adopted her dog, they've kept in somewhat loose communication, he would update her with pictures of the dog, etc. As months went on he wanted to spend more time with her, but when I asked if I could meet him, Richard allegedly said he didn't want to meet me. Eventually he admitted he had some feelings for her, but she told him she was not interested and that she was with me. I told her I was sketched out by his attitude and that I would appreciate at least meeting her friends. She agreed, and reduced her communication with Richard to a bare minimum, no more hangouts etc. This past weekend I had a bombshell dropped on me. I was cleaning the house and found an Amazon box in our closet that had the full name of Daniel, the deceased neighbor, on it, but listed her former address and phone number. I decided to Google his name, because we were always suspicious if he did, in fact, commit suicide. What I found blew my mind. I came across a Facebook page with his photo, which I remembered his face from the old photo she showed me. But then I discovered that his friends and family had a parent whose name I'd heard of before from my partner. Upon viewing his parents' Facebook page, I saw photos dating back several years of my partner and Daniel posing together in family photos, clearly a couple. To top it all off, there was also a very recent photo of my partner's former dog, name included with the photo, leading me to believe that not only was her neighbor Daniel seemingly a long-term partner, but Richard, who rented her apartment and took the dog, was the same person. I've saved screenshots of all the evidence I have, but I've been sitting on it for a few days until I can approach this with a clear, logical mind. It's a lot of lies to untangle, assault, suicide, all possibly made up, and I don't even know where to begin, or how to approach her with this information. Comment. So it should not be a lot for you to pack up and drop off at Richard's apartment. Change the locks and let her know where she can find her stuff. You keep calling them a partner, I don't think that means what you think it means. They sound like they barely meet the criteria for being a committed girlfriend. Wow. That would be a deal breaker for me. It's very strange that she lied about all of these things. Did you ever visit her place? Next story 2. My partner and I have been together for 7 months and told me she resents me. My partner told me she resents me and I don't know what else to do. We aren't officially dating as her ex was more toxic than a nuclear waste site. I would like to state that we were in the same school but she moved about 2 months ago. So we decided we would be partners, or as she says, he's my boyfriend but without the title. For starters, we go to the same tuitions every Wednesday and it's mostly when we get to see each other due to personal reasons, and our relationship was amazing with some ups and downs. It felt like I found my soulmate, until a couple of days after our 6-month anniversary, when we were at tuitions she saw me delete some messages and started overthinking. Now before any of you start thinking I was cheating, my phone has 64 GB of storage and I had a GB left. I am a video editor and send files to myself from my laptop to my phone through WhatsApp, so I deleted those, and I swear, as shitty of an excuse as they might sound, trust me, I know, it's the truth. We got home and she messaged me about what happened, to which I told her the truth, and from that day our relationship has been spiraling until one day she really made me angry and I snapped through text. For reference, I have never been harsh or rude and never snapped because my dad is an angry person and I try avoid being like him. From that day our relationship hasn't got better and it's been a month and it's worser than it's been before. My partner can be emotional and sensitive a lot more than anyone, and trust me, I know how that sounds. A guy calling a girl sensitive, but she gets upset or hurt by the smallest things, which I love about her because she's true to her emotions. At her new school, which is really small, she made some friends and some guy friends which I told her not to talk to because knowing I exist they asked her out. So she fought with me, telling her I never see things from her side, but when I ask for her perspective she says it's fine or leave it. I don't care if she has guy friends because I believe she is loyal and have no doubt in my mind, but I am uncomfortable with them. She told me that I don't want her to make real genuine friends and be happy, and to which I told her more than one instance she can have friends but not guy friends that like her. And I have seen how she messages these guys, and in no way is she unfaithful or flirting, but she doesn't make me feel special in any way like she used to. We got heated and I cannot communicate over text as my tone is always misinterpreted, and not when I want to call she always declines because she believes if you can't communicate over text then you can't communicate properly at all. So we got into a heated argument and she sent me this: "You emotionally draining me, we're talking a break." Not a break like space. A break like a break. I'm extremely close to checking out and I don't want to because I love you. I don't know how you feel about me or what you want from me because everything is an issue. I'm tired and I feel like I'm the only one fighting here. You're fighting for there to be an us and only an us. You keep expecting me to talk to you when you don't listen and treat me as the bad guy. Hurt my feelings and make me feel horrible for having feelings. Then after the situation you want to apologize and say you were in the wrong and you shouldn't have done that. It's nice that you apologize, but it doesn't make it better because you had to take time to realize what you did wrong. I'm here trying to figure out why I'm feeling this way and making you upset and hurting you because I'm hurt. You spoke about that bank thing. And I feel like my all is in and I'm not getting anything back. I'm at -100% and I need more from you emotionally and I haven't been getting it. You know how much I have going on and it's easy to say you're here for me, yet you don't show it. 2 out of the 10 times you're on my side and helping me. The other you're telling me how I'm wrong for how I'm feeling. It's draining trying to please you and make you happy while I'm hurt, and you don't see how it's tearing me apart. I promised myself so many things that just wouldn't allow myself to do again. Yet here I am. This is what I was afraid of and why I didn't want to date. This is what I was scared of happening, and you promised me it wouldn't. You promised me you wouldn't hurt me and any of this. And I accepted that it's a normal thing, but this isn't. Every relationship has an amount of hurt, but not like this. And this isn't because of this conversation. It's just this is so hurtful that you only see your side. You only seeing what you want to see. You're being close-minded and you don't know these people. I'm not an idiot and I know boundaries. You just clearly don't trust me and I never once gave you a reason not to. So I'm sorry for doing this, but I'm drained. And I shouldn't be. You're supposed to be my home. All the time. Not occasionally. We both have some stuff sort out and get to each other. We will still talk and stuff. But I really am crushed right now. And it hurts more that it's because of you. I genuinely have been trying my best, and when she hurts me I say nothing because it escalates the matter, but I buy her flowers, make her love letters, constantly tell her compliments, and I take her side, but there are times when she's so wrong and won't admit it even when I apologize when I am wrong because she hates that I am right. There are things she have done, which I won't go into because I'm not trying to degrade her or show her fault and prove I'm right, I'm trying to achieve a solution. I love this girl more than words can explain. She was my first for a lot and I want to be better and I want to show her I love her and win her over. I agree with her and take accountability because I doubt someone can feel that much hurt without there being an actual problem. I agree I have my flaws and I ask her what I must do, but she said she's told me, but I go back on texts to show her that she didn't. She somehow avoids it. Regardless, I want to be better and do better. How can I approach the situation and make amends to make it better over text? Next story 3. I'm insecure in my relationship with my girlfriend. My girlfriend and I have been dating for about a year now. We met at a wedding a restaurant I worked at was catering for, and she was a friend of the bride. She was very easily the most beautiful woman there. I remember it being brought up multiple times that day. The bride was pretty adamant on everyone enjoying the wedding, so even though I was working it, we all got to have a good time. My girlfriend and I ended up crossing paths directly and instantly hit it off. At the time, I didn't think that I was unattractive, but I'm not even close to being in her league. I knew that then and I'm even more aware of it now. The first few times random people stopped her while we were together to compliment her, I was flattered. And overall just grateful that I had her. However, 1 year in and it's starting to mentally take a toll on me. The amount of times she gets hit on in front of me is insane. And every time she says she has a boyfriend, from the way people look at me afterward, I can tell they think she's punching down. Which I don't disagree with. But it's hard to have that affirmed so often. Although she hasn't directly done anything to make me insecure, and she does an incredible job of reassuring me, it's a rough thing to deal with. I can feel people staring at her when we go out or hear conversations people have about her when they think they're being sly about it. And I don't even feel jealous. I just feel inadequate. I know people say self-love helps a lot, but the thing is I loved myself a lot before we started dating. I was happy with where my life was going and I was rarely insecure about my looks, but now it's all I can think about. I have no idea how to stop. I love my girlfriend more than I think I've loved anyone in my life. She's an incredible partner and woman in general, but I can't help but think she would be better off if we weren't together. And I hate to say it, but I kind of think I would too. My mental health has never been this bad before, and it's getting harder and harder by the way to deal with my insecurities. I've expressed this to her many times and I've tried to be open about how I feel. She does an excellent job at comforting me, but it almost feels lame to keep bringing it up because what is she going to do? Stop being attractive? It's gotten to the point where I can't even look in a mirror anymore without hating myself. I don't know what to do. How can I resolve my insecurities without ending our relationship? Or would ending our relationship solve it? Comment. Is it possible you are hotter than you think you are? Because some of this sounds like it's in your head. And you know what, even if she is hotter than you, most people don't care about that as much in real relationships. As you get older, you'll realize this too. I would way rather date a woman who I trust, and am compatible sexually with, than a woman who is just super hot. Your value in a relationship isn't just your physical attractiveness. What are the features you have that you do like about yourself? Find something physical. There is something about you that you like. Eyes, hair, hands, you have something you like. Start focusing on that more, and ask your girlfriend what she likes about the way you look, and try to focus on those things. If she's into you, she's got a physical attraction to you. Have you considered therapy? That could be a really good place to start if you aren't already seeing a therapist.